how I coach it, breathing. Shorter video today, but this is something that's really come up a lot in the programming that I've been giving out, is programming sets and reps based off of your inhales and your exhales. So the short answer is breathing helps you create, maintain tension. It also helps you with muscle relaxation at different points of the movement. So for example, a typical coaching cue that we'll give you is exhale on exertion. So if I'm doing a bench press, I'm going to inhale on the way down. I'm going to exhale as I'm putting tension or force into the implement, or in this case, the barbell. So inhale down, exhale as I push away. The reasoning that is important is because as I'm eliciting force, as I'm pushing into the barbell, a lot of things are happening in my body. Blood pressure can rise, tension increases. And if I'm holding my breath, it's a technique called the Valsalva maneuver. And what that may feel like is I'm getting extra tension, but a lot of bad things are happening in my body. And it's a technique that should really only be used sparingly. You'll see a lot of powerlifters doing it in competition because it gives you that short burst of tension, that short burst of stability, but at the same time increases your chance of injury and also can make you feel really lightheaded when you do start to inhale and breathe again, because you've applied so much force into that object, your body's been in a really heightened state of tension. So the general phrase that we use is inhale and then exhale on exertion. So again, if I'm squatting, I'm going to inhale on the way down, I'm going to exhale as I push and come up. So that breathing technique is incredibly important. Exhaling on exertion, exhaling when you're performing the work. How it programs in different exercises. A lot of times it's in isometrics. So if I'm going into an isometric lunge, I might cue inhale and exhale on a 6-second count. So if I'm in here, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to transition and exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That can be done for two reasons. One, it actually gives you an easier way to count the time for an exercise. So if I want someone to hold an isometric lunge for 30 seconds, people might count fast, people might count slow. Maybe you don't have a stopwatch. Like if I'm programming on inhales and exhales, I'm adding a little bit of value to that movement. Also, it helps you breathe through the tension that you're creating in your body, which is a really valuable skill, especially if you think like athletically. If I'm a runner and I'm really having to strike through the ground, like I'm basically breathing through the work that I'm performing, in this case tension. It's very important, and it's kind of an added performance skill. Think about like if you're someone carrying in like every bag of grocery from your car and you're really under load and you're like, if you're able to actually breathe and oxidate your musculature, that's important. Maybe a lame excuse, but that's something that I think is often overlooked with how well we can breathe leading into our performance. The third way we'll use breathing in our programming is getting into what's called the parasympathetic nervous state. 50-cent word. What that means is allowing our body to chill out. So if I'm going into a plank, right, say I'm doing an incline plank here, I take a big inhale, and now from here I'm going to exhale, exhale, exhale. I'm holding my exhale, and that plank position now turns into like me opening my diaphragm, relaxing my diaphragm. Maybe we're holding certain positions like child's pose. That's a very popular yoga pose. Taking some big inhales and exhales, filling my belly, filling my shoulder blades, kind of filling a 360 bucket around my body. Just different breathing techniques that we don't really do in our day-to-day life because we're really chest breathers, or when we get really winded, maybe we were outside running around and you're really breathing high through your chest. Being able to fill our whole lungs, our whole diaphragm with air is something that's very important. It's something you can train, and that's why you'll see breathing as sets and reps in your program.